Greetings. Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Anissa Wilhelmstetter. I am a creativity and creative change coach and the founder of Creative Change Coaching. Welcome to our practice session called SIGNS. SIGNS is an acronym to represent 5 factors of steadiness of mind. As a startup ritual, it will help you steady your mind for fearless creating. This guided reflection will take you about 10 minutes. This time is just for you. It is an imaginative, intuitive process, like all meditation is. It is not an intellectual one. It will help you center yourself, connect to your inner strengths and powers so that you can refill your well and show up as your most creative self. So thank you again for coming to this practice session. I am delighted to be here as your practice partner. These steadiness of mind factors, when repeated, will help you to show up more and more so that you can integrate these strengths and it becomes who you are. It all begins with practice. So let's practice together. This meditation experience is informed by the 5 neurologically based factors as identified by Dr. Rick Hanson in his Neurodharma course and book. They support sustained control of attention and therefore steadiness of mind. So I will guide you through an experience of safety, that's the S. The I is intention. We need to set our intention to steady our mind so we can create fearlessly. G for gladness, which can be gratitude, that spirit of generosity that allows us feeling full inside and glad to be present for our writing experience or painting experience or whatever work we can do in service of our creative expression and business building. We can be generous and allow flow. Feeling nurtured and nourished, that is the N of SIGNS. S for safety, I for intention, G for gladness, N for nourished and nurtured. When we feel our needs, especially a need for nourishment, is being met, we are better able to provide, to liberate. And S of being settled, the last S in SIGNS, settled within, in wellness within, stillness and spaciousness. So, feeling safer, S. And make yourself comfortable now. Eyes open, or as you wish. Gently shift your attention to an anchor point. This means notice a contact point, perhaps feet flat on the floor, or whatever surface it's resting on. Noticing what supports your body and feeling supported. To help yourself feel as safe as you reasonably can, let go of any judgment. Open your awareness of protections around you, such as a sturdy room, walls, ceilings, and again, the ground beneath you. And you can feel supported and safe by imagining good-hearted people and your own good-heartedness. Notice that you can still be aware of your surroundings, even as you let go of needless tension. What are the strengths inside of you that you can become more aware of? And if you become aware of any underlying uneasiness, the awareness is already a letting go. And feel this letting go viscerally. This also gives you emotional safety. That was the S of signs. The I is intention. Let's establish intention. Know what it feels like to form an intention, to be resolved or determined about something in ways that feel good to you. Eyes open or shut. Imagine a time when you felt resolute, determined, inspired. To deliberately form the intention to steady your mind. And now, to align with this intention, let's bring in some physicality. If you can bring your fingers together, bring both hands together and focus and intend to focus your attention on those contact points between the fingers. Focusing with exquisite attention, bringing just enough attention to these contact points. Rub them together so you can feel the ridges and the grooves. And then slowly bring one hand down the other. Notice sensations of touch, temperature, texture. As you slide one hand down the other, fingertips and the palms. Now bring those hands together and use the one hand to glide gently down the fingertips and palm of the other. So you're reversing. Again, notice textures, Notice temperature and any other sensations. You don't need to try to change anything. And now, imagine repeating this, giving yourself an instruction. Stay with it. So let's repeat the process for one repetition. Right hand down the left hand. And say to yourself, stay with it. And now, left hand moving across the right hand, thinking, stay with it. And this is called a top-down process because you're directing your mind, you're instructing it in a doing kind of way. And now we're going to use a bottom-up approach for the gladness, a being way of intention, intending to feel that gladness within, feeling grateful. Bring to mind one or more things for which you feel thankful. And if you're about to create, and you can be thankful and feel gladness for this session, this opportunity, this practice of aligning yourself, this opportunity soon to create, whether it's to write, whether it's to paint, whether it's to create a graphic facilitation chart, slides, drawings. And this I like to call power script, power talk. And it's a great way, a great ritual to prepare, to create fearlessly, to do your creative work. Let's keep it simple, focusing on feelings of gratitude and related feelings of gladness, contentment, well-being. Imagine when you come to work, to do your work, whether it's in your studio, on a stairwell, on a park bench, in a cafe. Not in a cafe, you might want to do it in the locker room before, or in your mind, just connect with that visceral sensation of gladness. And if you have more private space, you can rub your hands together as you start up ritual with a bit of a power move. Wow, I am delighted to be here to create fearlessly. Yes, 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 thank you. I'm ready to create. And you can allow yourself to notice a soft smile at the side of your mouth and easing at the corners of your eyes. And that is a being way. And now the end, feeling nourished and nurtured. Bring to mind beings you care about, focusing on the feelings of caring and being cared for, of extending caring. For example, to a plant when you water it, a gift you give, a gesture that shows caring. Even the idea of rain falling on the desert floor, nourishing. And we finally end our meditation, our startup ritual, with feeling settled and still, and energized tranquility. Shift your posture as you wish so that you can feel an easing and settling in that still feels energizing. It's a lot like being poised for something pleasant. Be aware of any easing in your body and allow that to spread. And you can also be aware of any tension in your body. And you can see if you can just notice it. And when you notice it, you can let it go. Just noticing it lets it go. Keep easing and resting as you bring this with you, returning to the room. And if your eyes were shut, you can get ready to open it. Look around you, reorient yourself, letting go of any judgment. Bring this freedom and flow and sense of fulfillment to your creative work. Offer yourself some well wishes, such as, may I be safe and well. Thank you for your practice and enjoy expressing your creative being, sharing it with the world.